Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me again, your movie guru, with another review. This time, I'm going to be reviewing The Hunt. It has a lot of actors in it, but the main stars are Betty Gilpin and Hilary Swank. I'm going to tell you right off the bat that I adored this movie. It is easily the most fun that I've had at theaters all year. Unfortunately, thanks to COVID-19, this whole thing, a lot of theaters are actually shutting down, so you might not be able to see this in theaters. But I believe it's going to be on demand. If you can get it on demand, I'd say get it on demand. My personal opinion is it's that good. It's got a 53% score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 66% audience score. And I believe the reason you see this is the film. Like when I went to see it, you kind of have to judge it two ways. One way is in terms of what you expect to get, and then what you actually get. So for those of you who don't know anything about it, this film generated a lot of controversy prior to coming out, in so much that it's about you've got this group of people who wake up, no idea where they are, and they find out that they're being hunted. So that's not entirely unknown before. We've seen things like this. Most recently come to mind the Predators movie. There's been a few other movies like this. The Wilderness was another film that was kind of related to this concept. But this one has a bit of social commentary in that it has it that these leftist elites are hunting these right wing lower class deplorables, and that's kind of the commentary that the film is trying to make. And throughout the film, there's a lot of one-liners and decisions and choices that are made, to kind of bring up that gap in the left, the right, and it tries to make commentary on how divided our country is now. Honestly, a lot of that falls flat. And I think that's really why you see the 53% score. If the film had another premise, I think that you would see the ratings are a lot higher. Uh, if you can withstand, a little gore, a little violence, if that isn't really your thing, then you won't enjoy this movie. But the movie really is very fun. I think Betty Gilpin did a very, very good job um, in the lead role as the lead protagonist, and very unconventional. You've seen kind of the stoic, strong and silent hero. When it's portrayed by a man, but you don't really see it as much in a female, and without it looking wooden. And to see that in a portrayed in like the woman heroine, and to see it done so well, it was very unique, very original, and I think she did a really good job in that. Her character didn't like to talk a lot, very stoic, but relatable. She didn't keep you at this arm's distance to where you couldn't relate to her and what she was going through. She was very entertaining. And then in that same vein, I think Hilary Swank did a great job as the main antagonist. Um, she, like I always say, villains make films, and you've got to have something memorable, and not that she had this over the top great character, movie star defining performance, but she did play kind of like the perfect yin to Betty Gilpin's yang, and they really fit and mesh together well. Um, like I said, I had a lot of fun. The movie had great pacing. It wasn't too long. A lot of action. Nice, nicely like through every step of the film. There's never a point where you're like, okay, when is something going to happen, or you're bored, or there's a lot of witty humor. Like I said, there's a lot of one-liners and quips, and characters don't get along, and it's funny. And then there are a lot of things that you expect to see in film. Cliches that have done over and over that they kind of turn on their head a little bit. So I think it was really done well. Like I say, the only thing that, like I said, kind of takes away from it is that a big part of the movie is the social commentary that it's trying to make, and in that respect, like it really falls flat. Like it's very heavy-handed. It's not subtle, and it's it doesn't sit with you. You know, it's kind of, you know, just surface level criticisms. It doesn't wade any deeper and get into anything that, you know, is going to have you leaving with any type of revelation. That said, I give it an 8 out of 10. I thought they had really good performances, a lot of action. If you don't like gore, this one's not for you. It definitely does get a little violent in some places, but I didn't think it was over the top. The gore was meant to serve purpose. It meshed well with the overall theme of the film. That said, it's probably the last film that I'm going to see in theaters for a while. You know, the coronavirus is shutting everything down, but I'll be back pretty soon. There's a lot of things on Netflix and Amazon and films like that that we're going to review. They're reviewing a lot of things there. So that's all I got for this one. Catch you guys next time. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.